My brethren, we are in fact. Here is one now, come from within the church whence they weep for a dead whore.
Go fry your face, you horrible git.
Begone, harlot, for ye are arrayed in the whore's colour, and have drunk deep from the golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness in her fornication. Shebeen, indeed. Well, I won't take such talk off you.
Not now, Mary. I'm busy.
I've got more business to attend to, Miss Mary.
I've come about the work, sir. Kitty sent me.
Ah, you must be Mary Jane. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Ready to spread the good word about my fine establishment?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Splendid. Furnish thyself, child.
You want me handing out pamphlets, sir?
Why, you do not distribute mere pamphlets.
No?
My dear, you will be as Beatrice, leading them to paradise.
Who's she when she's at home?
Oh, never mind. Mary Jane, what I offer here is salvation. For too long have the people of Whitechapel languished in ignorance, which I am afraid to say is the cause of much of the wrongdoing we see upon these very streets. We have forgotten who we are. A nation built by heroes, from whom we can trace our best habits and institutions. I shall remind them of this fact. We shall remind them.
And I'll be doing all that by just handing out pamphlets.
Now, I would not hope to suggest where one might best make a start. You are, no doubt, more familiar with Whitechapel's environs than I.
The docks would be a good place, I reckon, sir. Interest you in an exhibition on King Arthur?
Not for me, Miss Kelly. I ain't sharp enough for the likes of that. I'll see if me pa's interested, though.
Oh, bless you, Henry. Hey, what's got you in such fine spirits, Master Hopkins?
It's nothing, Miss Kelly. Honest.
Oh, have you taken a fancy to me, Henry? Is that it?
Oh, I knows not what to say to that, Miss Kelly.
That ain't it at all. Would it happen to be that posh girl from up Spitalfields?
Agnes is a fine girl, Miss Kelly. I have so little to offer a woman like that.
Hey, you've plenty to offer, Henry. What about your pa's job?
Oh, Miss Kelly, I ain't a baker. The old man would have me in a heartbeat. But I miss the people, you know? Let some other lad have it. I'm happy to be on the streets, me.
And Agnes?
Who knows? It's a rummy old world, ain't it? I could be in luck.
If I got a dog, I'd play with it so much. Pretty Pacey's for pretty ladies.
There is a young girl down the way. She sells such sweet oranges.
They're for an exhibition, don't ask.
You know I can't go, but I'll hide it in my top drawer for you. Thanks for thinking of me, Mary.
Interest you in an exhibition on King Arthur?
What on earth do you expect me to do with that? Toss them in the water for all I care, but you can fuck off with that rubbish.
I lived here when I was young, you know. But I don't think I grew up to be a good man.
Whoopsie-daisy! Cry shame on me.
I see you have no more pamphlets. I trust all went well.
Practically biting my hand off they were, sir, to look at them.
Excellent! Whitechapel's prodigal sons and daughters are soon to return. Now, such valuable work must not go unrewarded.
Thank you, sir. I shall be glad to help again in the future if you have need of it.
I shall keep that in mind, Mary Jane. I see you admiring my latest purchase. I wonder, do you happen to recognize the language in which the text is written?
Ooh, looks like Welsh to me, sir.
Well done. It is in fact an ancient dialect, not spoken anymore.
What's it about, if I might ask?
You are familiar with the tales of King Arthur?
A little. My gran used to tell me stories.
Many have told the tale down through the ages. Mallory, de Troyes, most recently Tennyson. This book contains one of the earliest and least known versions. Rather primitive, but that is to be expected. Would you like to hear it?
Please, sir.
Why, Mary Jane, can there not be more people like you in this world? The tale begins long ago, in a time of darkness and war, when prophecy foretold that from the chaos would rise a great king named Arthur and his mighty court at Camelot. From far and wide came the bravest of warriors, each pledging their swords to defend the kingdom's glory and ensure peace forevermore across its lands. And from among these warriors there stood one, braver and more glorious than all the rest, Sir Lancelot du Lac, heralded the greatest knight of his age. But while all admired the valiant star in their midst, there was a fiery passion that burned deep within another's heart. Alas, Queen Guinevere knew it to be wrong, and fought to keep her desire hidden, until one day she could not bear the agony any longer, and confessed all. To the Queen's surprise, Lancelot did not chide her words, but instead wept, for in his eternal goodness he had not felt a purer love in all his years, and swore to keep Guinevere's secret until his last breath. Tragedy was almost averted that day, were it not for another who watched from the shadows. It was the sorceress Morgana, Arthur's exiled kin. She too yearned deeply, but not for love. Her prize was the crown upon her brother's head and the title of queen his birth had long denied her. So that very night she went transformed to Arthur's chamber, whispering to him her wicked tale. Plagued thereafter was the king with dreadful visions, not of ghouls and ghosts and monstrous fiends, but of friends and lovers committing treachery most foul. Upon his waking, Arthur's torment did not end, for he knew in his heart a nightmarish truth had been revealed. The wretched couple was summoned before the king, who, in such pain, could not bear their presence any longer, and declared them outcast, never again to step foot within Camelot's walls. News of this great turmoil quickly spread throughout the realm, and the dark forces, long defeated, stirred once more. And so Morgana's evil plan was almost done, as she woke dormant terrors to rain down fire on Arthur's fallen kingdom. Finally, the scheming sorceress was poised to take the crown and rule as Camelot's eternal queen. But a deathly shriek cut her triumph short, and with haste Morgana flew to whence the dreaded noise had come. On a bed of ash she found her enchanted dragon slain, and so too Lancelot returned to save the kingdom, and by a noble death redeem his name. With her evil plan thwarted, Morgana raged, but her punishment was not yet over, for the wizard Merlin appeared in judgment of her crime. He passed sentence and bound Morgana to a wretched form, proclaiming the sorceress forever cursed to roam a world of her undoing. But in the act of binding such evil, magic had seeped into the very ground upon which they stood. Some say it was a miracle, others a curious fate. But brave Lancelot did draw breath once more. A second life the knight was granted, and so from Camelot's ashes he did rise and devote his sword and self to protect the weak from harm and keep evil forever at bay.
Oh, what a beautiful story, sir.
The illustrations are also exquisite, are they not?
The drawing puts me in mind of someone. A gentleman I met the other night. He even has the same dog.
Maybe Lancelot has come to
Shebeen, indeed. Well, I won't take such talk off you. You don't have to come in here. No one's forcing you to.
I know that sweet perfume anywhere. My angel of Whitechapel, Mary Kelly.
You do flatter me, you daft old man.
Hey, if I'm lying, may God strike me blind. Mary? Where you go? Me can't see nothing.
Ah, very funny. Ain't lost your sense of humour, have we?
The day I do, they can put me in the ground.
Still sound in your old age, Tom? Oh, it's good to see.
Nah, not sound enough, Miss Kelly. Me gone lost my father's ring.
Oh, no. Can you remember where you had it last?
I can't recall. It was the first thing he bought as well. First thing that was his. I'm gonna have to find it.
Not now, you won't. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye out for it. It'll be around here somewhere.
Me can't. Me can't lose that as well.
Then I'll find it for you, old boy.
Oh, Mary, would you? Bless your child.
My brethren, we are infected with a rank pestilence.
They had me in for being disorderly. They only let me be when I sobered up enough
There is a young girl down the way. She sells such sweet oranges.
Bet you haven't guessed, but I've got a bit of a loose tongue.
I've got more business to attend to, Miss Mary.
Ah, another new face. Good morning, young lady, and a very warm welcome to you. I'm Mr. Green.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Green. You all right, sir?
Do I look normal to you, miss?
As normal as anyone.
Don't mind me. It's been a busy morning. What seems to be the problem?
Dreams, sir.
Unpleasant ones?
They can be.
Oh, that isn't good. Don't suppose you happen to remember any?
Some. They don't make a lot of sense. They have strange things in them.
What sort of strange things?
Things what fly and make the most terrible racket.
Birds, you mean?
Made of metal they are, with huge wings, bigger than a man with his arms stretched out.
Oh, that does sound peculiar. You know, there are some who say dreams have meaning.
How's that, sir?
In that they're a sort of premonition of what's to come.
Is that what you think?
I know it's a dicky old word. That'll be a shilling. Take 3 spoonfuls 1 hour before bed, and I promise a better night's sleep will be had.
Thank you, Mr. Green.
Good day to you, Mary. Come back any time. should you need anything.
Mr. Leach, is the sleuth hound on the scent?
Why, Mary, have you not heard? The devil has but visited these streets again and claimed another soul.
No.
I knew we had not woken from this nightmare yet. I was not wrong.
Who was she?
Many are reporting the name Civvy.
Mrs. Chapman? Well, she was in the 10 Bells but last night. I left without even speaking to her.
Poor woman. Word has it she were horribly cut. The worst yet.
But it don't make sense. If this leather apron's who they say he is, what would he want with Annie? She never sold herself. Christ, the whole of Whitechapel knows that.
The police would have it different, Mary.
Would they now?
It is my theory this leather apron is but a clever piece of subterfuge by the detective force. They know who the real killer is and hide it from us.
Why would they do such a thing?
What if he's a man of great importance in the world? Man will go to great lengths to hide a scandal, you know. It would not be the first time the powers that be have colluded for such venal reasons.
If you have evidence, you must write it in the paper.
It is evidence that I'm lacking. I travel to Lemon Street this very instant in search of it.
Well, I'm travelling with you and all.
This endeavour isn't without its dangers, Mary.
I'm well acquainted to them, Mr. Leach. Let's go.
There will shortly be a commotion outside. When it occurs, encourage as many of the constables out onto the street as you can.
Where will you be?
By that stage, I hope to be alone in the inspector's room. I won't have long to conduct a search.
Good luck.
Luck is the coward's armour, Mary. Sergeant, I am Mr. Henshaw. I wish to see Inspector Reed in his room at once.
I'm afraid the inspector is on leave, sir.
In that case, I must speak to the officer in charge of this station.
What is it about, sir?
Nothing good, I imagine.
Inspector Aberline. What a surprise.
And by the look on your face, Mr. Leach, not of the pleasant variety.
Leach? He said his name was Henshaw.
You really do develop some nasty habits. Working for that blackguard rag.
That rag is London's best-selling paper.
A lie is still a lie, no matter how popular.
Maybe we can continue this discussion in your room, sir.
Or how about one of the cells, Mr. Leach? If that man ever comes back, escort him out immediately.
A change to our plans. Your turn.
My turn to what?
To talk to the inspector.
Me?
The people deserve to know the truth. You do want the killer brought to justice, no?
Fine.
Dutch carriage.
What is it?
Cocaine.
Nah, you're all right. Inspector, may I speak to you privately, sir?
I'm very busy at present. Sergeant Gully here would be happy to assist you.
It's about the latest murder.
This way. First, let me take some details. Full name.
Barnett. Mary Barnett.
Place of residence.
Miller's Court.
Number.
2.
Occupation.
Oh, is all this necessary?
You said you had some information for me.
There was something awfully sad about Annie. If the stories about her were even half true, I don't know how she kept going.
By Christ! Please, stay here. I shan't be long.
Ooh, sounds like they're as much in the dark as you, Inspector. Rubbish. Everyone knows Hanbury Street's where you go to bed down when you ain't got rent. So that's the bastard's name. What sort of monster does that to someone? What in the devil's name's this?
Apologies for keeping you waiting.
Sorry, Inspector. I must go.
Miss, if you have knowledge pertaining to last night's crime, you must tell me.
I was mistaken. I'm sorry to have wasted your time. Please, Inspector, let me go.
Here, Mary, I've a note for you. Can't stop. Need to keep on the move. I'm a wanted man.
My brethren, we are infected with a rank pestilence. And though it comes upon us without boil,
I take it Aberline did not think you complicit in the ruse?
I'm here, aren't I?
I'm sorry, Mary. The inspector's presence was unforeseen.
Taken a right dislike to you, he has.
I speak directly to the ordinary hard-working person. That is what the inspector dislikes. So, tell me what you found.
Ugh, not much.
The distraction did not work?
Oh, it worked. I just didn't find no subterfuges you spoke of. Their money's on Leather Apron. John Piser's his name. Don't know about you, but slipper makers don't strike me as the important type.
You fall for their lies, Mary.
The inspector don't strike me as the crooked sort is all.
Apply pressure to any man and they will bend. Fred Eberline is no exception.
I just can't imagine him keeping such a dreadful secret.
Speaking of secrets, there's a man rife with them.
Mr. Jenkins, there is something strange about him.
Word has it he's been asking after work.
He seemed pretty flush that night I saw him in here.
Then that is surely a mystery. And one I must leave you to solve alone.
Oh, you're still in Whitechapel, Mr. Jenkins. Looking for work, I hear.
We all must earn our keep.
See, now either you got holes in them pockets, or someone's had their hands in them.
Wakeful, aren't we?
Have to be round here.
So I am learning.
Take it you've heard the news?
Another slain. I just so happened to pass where they found her. There was much talk among the crowds.
Seems lately that's all we do talk about round here.
Do not lose faith. The killer will be found. I'm sure of it.
Couple hundred coppers walk these streets and blood is still spilt. I'm beginning to think I'd have better luck.
That would not be wise.
Well, waiting for others ain't helped so far.
To catch a beast, one must know why it kills.
Or just his name. John Piser. He's the one they're calling Leather Apron.
You know him?
Huh. I know his type. Had dealings with him enough times. As far as they're concerned, women ain't no better than dogs. If you're looking for a why, Mr. Jenkins, you won't find better than that. You think different?
Mrs. Millwood, assailed on the 25th day of February, restored to health and died 6 days later from natural causes. Mrs. Wilson, slain on the 28th day of March, twice stabbed in the throat. The assailant was heard demanding coin. Mrs. Smith, again assailed for coin, this time by several men. She died 2 days later. And lastly, Mrs. Tabram found dead on the 7th day of August, 39 stab wounds to her body. These are savage acts, but wholly separate.
You're forgetting Polly.
With purpose. Whosoever slew Mrs. Nichols had no hand in these earlier crimes. Her wounds stand apart from the others, and it were not for coin.
Then for what?
That I do not know.
The latest. Annie, Mrs. Chapman. The police say her cuts and the like are the same as Mrs. Nichols. They say something were taken from her.
Taken? What?
It were one of her woman parts.
I must go.
Where to?
I worry Faye has not returned. I shall find her.
I could help.
Good day.
Get you a drink, Mary? What's this? Madam Eves?
Mr. Jenkins was eyeing it. I saw this earlier at the police station.
Doesn't surprise me. Always crackpots offering their services when there's a big mystery to be solved. Load of old rubbish, if you ask me.
Miss Kelly to see you.
My time has a price. One I doubt you can afford.
Evening, Miss Eve. I've come for help. Mr. Jenkins.
I do not know any Jenkins.
Tall, fair hair, up himself. He's got a dog and all. I think he talks to her.
Sit. Tell me what you seek.
Thought that was your job.
You require evidence?
I were only joking.
You have cause to be skeptical. The others were false.
Others?
The others who told you they spoke to your husband.
Joe didn't like me doing it. Said I should let go.
Would you not feel jealous living with a man who yearned for a wife long past? I could make contact with him if you want. But that isn't why you've come here, is it, Mary?
No, it ain't.
You do seek a man, yes?
Pizer. John Pizer.
Hold that name in your mind. The tarots show us where we have been and where the path ahead may lead. Select one. The Hermit, reversed. It tells me you do not trust. You often lie.
Maybe I got a good reason.
Pick another. The Devil. This is the one you seek.
Yes, that's him.
This person is calculated, selfish, and cruel.
Is this working?
Concentrate. Pick again. Justice reversed. You are no stranger to the police.
Occupational hazard.
The High Priestess. There is a woman in your past. Someone you respected.
It can't be my mother. Oh, Madeline?
The Abbess.
Oh, I worked there years ago. How did you know?
Pick another. Oh, the star. This is a good sign. Go to the brothel. You will find what you seek.
I will?
Pick again. Ooh, the moon. Bad things will happen at night.
You mean he'll kill again?
You must be careful. Another card. The Hierophant. It represents the link between the human and divine. Do you go to church?
I try.
Try harder. Pick again. Another good sign. The world reversed. You have opportunity on your side.
Doesn't feel like it.
Embrace your destiny, Mary. Again. The Emperor. This tells me there is a man of power in your life. You are wary of him.
Mr. Jenkins?
He means well and wants to help you. Pick the final card.
Death.
It means finality. Your journey will come to an end.
Then I'll find him.
It is within your power. The reading is finished.
What do I do now, then?
You have been told where you must go. The rest is up to you.
Time to pay an old friend a visit, then. Good night, Miss Eve. And thank you.
Un fantôme.
Hello, Madeline.
Marie, ma belle. Like shit.
And whose fault's that?
You have not forgiven me?
You were only doing your job. I would have thrown me out too.
I did not do it lightly.
Does the cunt still work here? I don't see her.
Oh, she left not long after you, with the contents of my safe and my most profitable customer.
Ha! So I was right.
You expect me to act on a dream? Huh. You have not come back just to reminisce, no?
I'm looking for someone. Been told I'll find some answers here.
Be my guest. It will be good for my girls to see just how green that grass is on the other field.